Mr. Makche.
Mr. Speaker, the Strategic Partnership Co-Curricular Activity, SPCCA, is a partnership between MOE, Sports Singapore, and the National Arts Council to enable secondary school students from different schools to come together to pursue their interest in sports and arts beyond what is offered at their schools. SPCCA started in 2019 with athletics and ethnic dance. The program had to be redesigned into a hybrid format during the COVID-19 pandemic to minimize inter-school interactions for safety of our students. Resuming in-person activities this year, the program has expanded to include a new team sport in water polo. SPCCA has been offered to secondary schools with students who are older and who can make their way to practice venues outside their schools. MOE will monitor the program and consider the extension to other levels and areas in sports and the arts. The SPCCA, athletics, and water polo programs leverage the expertise provided by Sports SG. MOE will continue to work closely with our partners to explore how the national sports associations might be involved in future.
Mr. Makche.
I'd like to thank MOS for her explanation of the update of the SPCCA. I think it's a very useful tool, especially with some of our schools not having the resources as well as the number of athletes or participants to form a full team or deliver CCAs. I just have two SQs. One is, first, what are the considerations for a sport uniform group or visual and performing arts programs to be included as an SPCCA program? Would the consideration for strategic national representation or high performance be made a consideration including such sports or programs? I think this comes from like team sports, for example, where you can't really form a team, or take, for example, diving or gymnastics, where we have athletes going to the Olympic Games, right? And not all schools provide these CCAs, and I think the number of schools are reducing. So how can they be considered? The second is really the current SPCCA program. How is MOE engaging Sports SG to ensure the delivery of these programs are aligned to the curriculum prescribed by MOE, as these are co-curricular activities? Thank you.
Well, on the first question, indeed, we would like to extend SPCCA to more activities in sports and the arts. At the end of the day, we want to allow our students with different talent to be able to flourish and develop their talent. We also note that the students themselves need to indicate their preferences, need to be able to travel outside of their schools. We know that for some of our students, they want to do CCAs within their own school so that they can be with their friends, so that they can play sports and do activities with people whom they know. So this SPCCA is actually an add-on, an additional channel for our students who have the passion to pursue in sports and the arts that are not offered by their schools or for various reasons, to be able to do so. So actually the main consideration is really our students' preferences and their passion. We cannot force the students to go for sports and arts just because we think it's strategic and it's something that we want them to be good at. I think at the end of the day, we have to respect the students' choices. I didn't quite get your second question. Can you repeat that, please, Mr. Makche?
Thank you, MOS. I think on the first SQ, I think it's more like giving them an option. NSAs can play a part in actually delivering these co-curricular activities through the SPCCA programs. We're not forcing any students to choose. We're simply providing options for them. If they so choose to, then great. But the opportunity to have these programs, it'll be good, primarily at the primary school level as well as secondary school level. Yep. I think the second question is really about, these are co-curricular activities. Presumably that there is a curriculum for CCAs to be delivered, there are some things that are, or outcomes that will be delivered through the CCAs. How are these delivered through the SPCA programs, and how are these communicated to Sports SG so that these outcomes are delivered through CCAs?
Well, MOE and Sports SG have regular meetings where we discuss the outcomes desired of the CCA programs, and that is where we get Sports SG to design the CCAs to suit the learning needs and development outcomes that we want of our students. And I thank the member, Mr. Mark Che, for agreeing with us that what we are trying to do really is to provide more options and opportunities for our students to be able to pursue arts and as well as sports. Thank you.